From places filled with treasure only seen in your wildest dreams, to murder islands not for the faint of heart. Today, let's talk about this and more only in today's video. Starting off this countdown, we have Cleopatra's tomb. I'm sure you all have learned about Cleopatra and her relationship with both Julius Caesar and, of course, Mark Antony. She was an Egyptian icon known for her intelligence and beauty. But here's the thing. Her tomb still remains lost. It's still undiscovered somewhere near Alexandria, Egypt. In 31 BC, Cleopatra and her lover took their own lives after Octavian defeated them. They rather die than be under his domination. The two were then buried together near a temple of the Egyptian goddess Isis. But the exact location of this tomb is still a huge mystery, and obviously archaeologists are desperate to find it, but they are fearing the worst. They believe there's a high chance that the grave is already empty due to grave robbers. Moving on to number 9, we have King Tut's tomb. So let's stay in Egypt for a little bit longer as we dive into this next point. In 1922, King Tut's tomb was unearthed by Egyptologist Howard Carter and his crew. And that's when stories about the tomb being cursed took off. It's said that whoever disturbs the rest of the king will be cursed. Several weeks after opening his tomb, Carter's team started to die mysteriously. And people were like, oh my god, this curse is real. Believe whatever. But it was discovered that his tomb was covered in 2 dangerous types of mold. These molds can cause reactions ranging from congestion to bleeding in the lungs. Hence why archaeologists need to be extremely careful when exploring the area. Not only that, but they believe that there's more to this tomb than they have discovered. There's evidence that King Tut was buried in a hurry. They believe maybe this tomb was originally built for someone else, and that there may be other undiscovered mummies buried in this same tomb. In our 8th spot, we have the Copper Scroll treasure. In 1952, archaeologists discovered a number of Dead Sea Scrolls in a cave in the west bank of Qumran National Park. One of the scrolls piqued everyone's interest, and that's because it wasn't like any of the other ones. This scroll was copper with writing engraved onto it. What's even more fascinating is that the scroll apparently talks about hidden treasure. Obviously, archaeologists don't want you knowing this with fear that someone will be able to decode it and find the treasure before them. They believe that there is a high chance that the treasure is real. Now, the scroll dates back to over 1900 years ago, during a time when the Roman Empire controlled the Qumran settlement. Researchers believe that the locals hid the treasure to keep it out of the hands of the Roman forces, and then they created this scroll so that the treasure would be unearthed in the future. In our 7th spot, we have Abu Mena. Located in Egypt, Abu Mena is a town filled with ruins of a church, monasteries, houses, workshops, etc. It was built in remembrance of Saint Mena of Alexandria, who died in 296 AD. The town was actually buried on top of this tomb. As a result, it's thought to be a very holy area. However, this site is now greatly endangered and is now a UNESCO World Heritage Archaeological Site. This site is endangered due to the rise in water level. It is facing constant deterioration. By 2001, it was getting so destroyed that conservation measures were put in place to protect it. In our 6th spot, we have Samarra City. Between 1911 to 1914, an ancient civilization was found in Samarra, Iraq. This civilization thrived between 5500 BC and 3900 BC. Archaeologists found a huge ancient mosque and a spiral minaret. However, over the years, it has been destroyed. Between 2006 to 2007, there was a bombardment at the mosque, and 2 of the minarets and a clock tower got destroyed. As a result, this site was shut down. It is now on the list of World Heritage Sites endangered by UNESCO. We're now at our 5th and halfway mark with the Deadly Tomb. Now imagine coming across a huge archaeological site on your own property. Well, that's what happened in 1974 to a group of Chinese farmers. They were digging on their land when they hit something hard. They continued digging and unearthed a life-sized terracotta soldier. After that, archaeologists spent 4 decades excavating the site. In total, they found 8,000 of these life-size soldiers. All these soldiers were created to guard the tomb of Emperor Jin Shi Huang. Back then, it was believed that these statues could protect the emperor in the afterlife. Typically, real-life individuals were sacrificed and buried alongside people of power. That was until this emperor, when they thought, we can't kill thousands of people, so let's just make statues instead. It's a very fascinating site, but sadly it's off limits to everyone, even archaeologists. And that's because there's a high concentration of mercury in the tomb. Also, they believe that the emperor is protected by deadly booby traps. So instead of risking their lives trying to investigate, they just leave this site alone. Moving on to number 4, we have the Paris Catacombs. The Paris Catacombs are a series of tunnels located underneath Paris, France. In the 18th century, the catacombs were created when the Paris cemeteries were full and they needed a place to bury the dead. As a result, they buried the dead underground in a series of tunnels. It's believed that there is around 6 million bodies buried in these catacombs. Now, here's the thing. There are portions of the tunnels open to the public for tours and such. However, over the years, a number of people have strayed off the path and have actually gotten lost. Like, there are 150 miles of tunnels in a maze-like fashion, so it's very easy to get lost. And a number of people have actually died after wandering off. So maybe stick to the path or don't go on the tour. There's enough dead bodies down there, they don't need any more. In our third spot today, we have Sabratha Libya. This is another beautiful site that is at risk. The archaeological site of Sabratha was excavated in 1921 and consists of an amphitheater with a 3-story backdrop wall. Then you got temples and a church with beautiful, colorful mosaic flooring. However, these Roman monuments were made of soft sandstone, so weather and soil erosion are quickly destroying these structures. It's also on the list of World Heritage Sites in danger. In our second spot, we have the City of Gold. This is a mythological place said to be filled with great fortune. Although this is said to be just a legend, rumor has it that it could be indeed real. In fact, some say it's located near the Colombian city of Bogota. Others believe that it is in Bombay, India. In fact, for over 300 years, people have gone to Bombay in search of this gold. However, many have died as a result. If this city of gold is real, archaeologists certainly don't want the public knowing, and it would cause more deaths and fighting and war. And in our number 1 spot today, we have Murder Island. In 2017, a mass grave was unearthed on an island off the western coast of Australia. This island has since been given the name Murder Island. The grave contains the remains of 5 individuals who survived shipwreck. In 1629, their ship called the Batava sank nearby. They managed to make their way to this island where they died of dehydration, or so it's thought. Shortly after, more than 100 other survivors were brutally murdered by mutineers and were also buried on this island. This is said to be Australia's darkest mass killing. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Now, if you could go to any of these places, where would you go? Honestly, that City of Gold, cha-ching. And now, speaking of comments, let's move on to our comment shout-out portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video, top 10 bizarre glitches in the Matrix you weren't meant to see. Juice829 commented, so yeah, you're in the Matrix too. I am. I took the blue pill. It's my favorite color, so. Shy Elf Maiden commented, you know how we're trying to create artificial intelligence? What if we are the artificial intelligence? Now we're talking. So then who are the real humans out there? Makes you start to think, doesn't it? And Dreary Fangirl commented, Lindsay, your jacket is blending into your black couch, so it looks like you got no arms. By the way, love you, darl. Lots of love from Australia. Yeah, I'm never wearing that outfit ever again. I hope you guys can see my arms now, but that one outfit, never again, unless I change the color of my couch, which I'm not doing anytime soon, so. Also Australia, oh my God, I wanna visit. Anyways, all right guys, that's all the comments I'm shout out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see ya when I see ya. Bye.